Hello everybody, good morning or good afternoon or good evening depending on what time it is for you where you are. We're doing mood lighting again because that one doesn't want to turn on and well, my feet are too warm to get up. Morning Hazel, hello cozy vibes, happy Sunday, hello gamers. I hope you get home safe from work soon. Alrighty, I want to spend alt leveling day, but before I can start that, I simply must try at least once, if not twice, for the Rufus mount because we didn't get around to it yesterday, and also we need at least a few minutes to appreciate Aquarium Ornament Inksy in her new outfit that we got yesterday. So let's go to the Ringing Deeps. Let's start with that, and then once we've just got the mole mount. You just get the mount to drop, then we can go and start being a prot warrior. Love the vibes. This is my Thanksgiving dinner outfit. I put it on because I'm going to Thanksgiving dinner later. I know what bread I'm gonna make. I know when I'm gonna start it. I know what roads I'm gonna drive to get there. I'm all ready. Inquiring minds want to know, why a Troll Prot Warrior? So, my reasons are not very sound, but there's this achievement called the Algari Dungeoneer, just Algari Dungeoneer with no the Algari Dungeoneer, and in order to get it, it gives it a transmog set. I don't think it gives a very good one. I think it's another one of those recolors of like the Earth Crystal sets, but whatever. And in order to get this, you need to do all of the War Within dungeons on Mythic or Keystone difficulty on all 3 rolls. And because I'm playing Shadow and Holy, I've got the healing and the damage ones down, but I need a tank to play. And clearly none of my, bushel of existing tanks would do. So I'm starting a new one. I thought to myself, why not? You know what's cool? This one. Lurker, War Mode on. Nope. Not like that. I'm gonna go to the bottom lever and see if anybody needs me to cover that and maybe start a new group. Yeah, something different. I had this shield that I wanted to use that was like a troll themed shield. And I really wanted to use it on like a tank. So that necessitated a Darkspear Troll Prot Warrior because it was more of a Darkspear thing than a Zandalari Troll thing, and I know shamans use shields sometimes, but See a KSH Dawnbreaker. Oh my, thank you. My goodness. I'm so happy you noticed. I have a portal. It was a timed 10. It was a little chaotic, but we got there in time. We almost sort of didn't really get very close to timing a 10 stone vault either, but we can definitely do it in the next 3 times that we try that key, because we're getting real good at it. We just need to tighten it up a little bit. It's tricky, but I do have a portal now to Hallowfall. It's on a very long cooldown because it's how the dungeon portals work, but it's something. I'm hoping because it's Sunday I can find somebody else in War Mode off who wants to put together a group for this, but I don't know. Also, the lever is like, we found it earlier. It was between the gate and the cart. There it is. I see it. Okay. So, I suppose I could make the group myself. We do have the technology to do this. We have successfully done it before. I can't join this group. They're War Mode on, and I don't want to be in War Mode. So we're going to say Lurker below, War Mode off, and we're going to say need lever pullers. And then a smiley face. Plethora of plate. Can the rares be down to cross-faction? Horde join your group? I think that because it's an open world custom group, I think we're only open to alliance. I'm not 100% on that, but that's my feeling. Something special, healing that 3rd boss of COT with a massive pulsing AoE. COT. City of Threats. 3rd boss. My brain's not awake yet. I had coffee. It was really good. Oh, this sucks. This really sucks. I have been walled on that boss before because of the healing requirements. It can help if people are running out to pop the orbs really early, so you have a couple extra globals to pick everybody up. Like, they run out, they pop the orbs in that second wave that's right before the overlap really early, and then they collapse back in and stack, and you just bomb healing. Or, you know, be a Resto Shaman, but, you know. Yeah, it's hard. It's very hard. Heading into Balanced Grid now, turns out. Talent choices are important. Who would have thought? Rude that Grim Batol is still on a daily heroic locket when it's in the rotation. Like, way too much healing even when you do it all right. Yeah, and then you're, like, moving and the floor is covered in garbage. It's messy. It's awful. I hate that boss. Or at least I'm not very good at healing it. Alright, there we go. 2. We need at least 5 people on all of the various levers. We can certainly invite more. Once we have a group here, I will explain the gist, but it's kind of the standard thing. I will ready check once we have somebody on each lever to confirm that we're ready to pull, and then I will do a pull timer for the actual lever pulling. It's easy to understand because it's a pull timer, so when it gets to the end, that's when you pull. Oh, man. I'm looking forward to the warrior leveling. I don't know. I'll come back. What was I going to say? I don't know what level I will be able to start queuing time walking dungeons on this new Prot Warrior. I know they've changed it at some point in my lifetime. I can never keep up with when you're allowed to do it, so I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on it. And in the meantime, I can level with questing or I can level with dungeons. I think it's going to be much slower than leveling during, like, you know, the anniversary event that's upcoming, or, you know, back in Remix and stuff like that. It's definitely not going to be the fastest leveling journey, but the important thing is getting to know my buttons. So whether I'm questing in Prot or doing dungeons in Prot, I want to kind of remind myself what the different buttons are and what they do. And having fun and looking cool. That's the key thing. Okay, so it looks like we're covering the 3 north. We need one more person to do this one, which once we get looks like they're on top of it. Perfect. Looking good. At 11.5, they're putting it at level 10. I'm curious at what it's at, like, now. I guess we'll find out as we level. Okay. Oh, yeah, I had them. Yeah. As long as we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think those are enough people. All right. 10. 10's kind of aggressive, but it's fine. We can wait 4, an extra 5 seconds.
3, 2.
Varies based
1.
on which time walking it is. Oh, that would make sense. Alrighty. Good luck, everyone. Rare time. That was not too bad to put together. I think it's the weekend. My problem is that I'm normally trying to set up these groups on weekdays during business hours. I think Sunday morning's a much more popular time to do this kind of thing. Looking cool. Always the key. The real trick to a good take. They continually change it. Yeah. It's an explanation, sure. But does it make sense? Yeah, I don't know what level you can do Old War time walking for the chest. Good luck, everybody. We're hoping for a mount, hoping for a big old star-nosed mole. One old Rufus coming right up. I'm gonna delist now because don't want anybody to not make it in time. But yeah, I'm really happy with his Mog. I've decided on his professions. He's going to be Inscription and probably Herbalism just to kind of support the Inscription a little bit. I have another Herbalist that, at least for the War Within, I should probably be herbing on instead because she'll have all the actual herb knowledge. And I'm definitely going to funnel all my Acuity into Inscription, but I want to set up a character with Inscription. Even if it costs a little gold and I don't make any back, just kind of as a hobby. I'll be able to make my own treatises. I'll be able to maybe eventually make things like mixing rods and staves would be kind of cool. So that'll be my third crafting profession of the expansion is on that particular warrior. We're gonna do Inscription. No luck for me. Maybe next time. Anybody else get it? Yesterday, oh, one person got it. Yesterday there was 2 of them that I saw drop. Alright, I'm gonna try this one more time because I really want that mount. It's really cute. Have you seen it? His name is Rufus. Rufus. Oh man. The dive suit on the mole. Perfect. Would change nothing. Ink is selling well right now. Vantis runes. Oh yeah, Vantis runes. That's right. Yeah, there should be lots of stuff that we can do with it. Oh, I did cut my hair a couple days ago. Nice short trim. Getting used to it again. Nice and cozy for quick showers and quick hair drying. Okay, one more try at that thing because I really want it. But then it's warrior leveling. I want to do a couple of low B dungeons. I put myself in Cataclysm time walking so I could do like the old-fashioned zones. And I can also that way queue for like, you know, like random classic dungeons and hopefully get into like a Black Fathom Deeps or something familiar. But yeah, at level 10 he definitely cannot yet queue for time walking. So maybe that'll be coming. She's in Miraldar, so we want to go up the hill to the Ringing Deeps. I might flight path her up to the Ringing Deeps because I'm terrible at flying up that gap. I can never find it. It's not supposed to be hard to find, but still, somehow, I managed to not quite get through the gap. Okay. Would you take me... Do they take me on a Zeppelin? That would be pretty cool. They do take me on a... Well, it's an airship, I guess. I don't know if Zeppelin's quite the right word. No, and you don't have to be 80 for Lurker. You can do it and pull levers and kill the boss and have mount chances on 70 pluses. So I could do it on like a ton of my alts if I wanted to. It may eventually come to that, but I'm just gonna try it twice a day for the time being, and see if I can get a little bit lucky. Man, I'm trying to stay toasty. It's cold here. I got up at 6:30 today so I could try to do some yoga at home before stream, and I did do that. It was okay. My nose was all stuffy. It's hard to breathe. Rat mat recolor from the assembly rep. Are you calling moles rats? How could you? Would you consider doing it on 70s just so you don't have to travel? Yes. Once I am done fishing derby on the 70s. Because right now they're parked in Marildar, so they don't have to travel to do that. I'm almost done fishing derby on... Well, it depends if I decide I want to get that 250 mark recolor. I think I'm almost done fishing derby on 70s because I just need like another, you know, a couple hundred, like 1 week's worth of marks to get the rest of the transmogs off the vendor. Anybody doing a group? Lurker? War mode off. I will go to... I will go south again. Don't know how you feel about the X-Pack so far, but I'm having my best time in WoW. Not a very social person, but love hard content, so delves were made for me. Best time I had since Legion. Nice! Are moles and rats different? I mean... yeah. If anything, moles are a little uglier. I'm not convinced they have fur. They kind of have skin, at least these ones. I guess when you think of the phrase naked mole rat, it kind of implies that there's both things going on. Let's go back to that south lever, now that I know where it is. Moles are not rats, and vice versa. Yeah, what about mole rats? Yeah, I like this expansion very much so far too. Rounding the corner, my 15th level lady had to have one of every class. Nice. Alright, I will make a new group. We're doing exactly the same thing. Lurker of the Deeps. War mode off. Need lever pullers. Smiley face. Different smiley face so you know it's a new group. Although I've always found the curvy bracket smiley face to be a little more smug than the capital D smiley face. I feel like the capital D makes you, like, goofy enough to be not smug. Mole rats, good sidekicks for spies. Welcome back. Alert to raid. Syndrome. Just get the mana. Right. Numbers don't seem up on this layer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You're right. If I pass the lead. Let's try it. I forgot that because I've just pulled them on this layer. Yeah, because I just did it. I forgot that you can't do it back to back on your own shard. Alright, so let's just all drop and then I'll see if I can see if somebody can find it and list it, then I can join. I forgot. Just ask nicely for it. Guild has been struggling with Heroic on Surek a few nights ago. We joined a pug group with a 594 priest as a healer, and we somehow one-shot it. Darndest thing, a little embarrassing. That's crazy. It does make sense, though. I feel like on Surek is really a personal responsibility and like a skill check. And I'm not saying that your guild isn't skilled, but like if a group is if everybody in a group is like very practiced at that fight, you could do it without as much item level. It's not necessarily about brute forcing through it, it's about doing everything correctly. Group listed. I've applied. Here we go. Alrighty. I am posted up at the south lever. Perfect. Sorry about that. I completely forgot. Yeah, lots of mechanics. Lots of pain if something's not done quite right, and it's very easy to mess up. Even just a little bit. Even things like people self-breaking roots in the pack of people early, and then there's like webs under people that haven't broken out of the roots yet, and they're just taking extra damage. Stuff like that adds up. Close to 30 people in our guild. The pug I joined kept it at 20. Yeah. Smaller groups do seem to have an easier time with it as long as they're balanced and nice and even. So bad at being the circle pooper. I've never had to do it. We get our mages and monks to do it, and occasionally like a hunter. And as a priest and a healer, I am like very far down on the list of people, so I've never had to touch the button. Warbands are insane. Bought an enchant formula, goes for 100k in my server, for 18k in another server, and it was not a big deal at all. Okay, let's see here. Do we have the levers covered? Yeah, it looks good. Hi, sweetie. How you doing? I see it. Found that doing the fight is a small race, a lot easier to dodge the lines, and now I use the race-changing toy before raid now. Oh. Is this an instance where it's a good thing to be a gnome? Wow. I'm already a small race. Although sometimes I change it to be a big race so people can see me.
1.
Wow. There we go. Off and away. I actually don't hate summoning this boss now that I've got a feel for it. It's not as bad as the Black Bell thing, I feel like, even though it's the same situation. I don't know why. It's just like, it's faster to get around right now, I think, because we have dragon riding. Black Bell was before we had sky riding, so you had to fly the old-fashioned way, and it was, like, really slow. If you didn't have teleports to skip yourself to the south of the zone, you were going to be, like, in danger of not making it if you were at the north one. This is the lurker below in the Ringing Deeps for the mole mount. There's 5 levers in the zone that need to be hit around the same time to summon it. But it seems to work pretty good. I appreciate that the levers don't, like, get consumed when someone flips them. It's not like the bell thing where if I think with the bells, if somebody just, like, hit one randomly, and it would ruin it for the zone for a while. I was comparing it to the Ascended Council rare in Bastion in Shadowlands, where you had to hit, like, the X amount of bells through the zone at the same time to summon it, the Council at the south of the zone. They dropped the Ascended Sky Main Mount, I'm pretty sure. I did eventually get the mount from that one, but it was less comfy than this for sure. Good luck. Someone gave me a price I could not refuse. That's how I got that mount. Hello, Miss Kira. Hi, kitty cat. How you doing? Had a really good group for Heroic Worming Court. We gave it 2 tries before the leader left. Group fell apart. Luckily I can do the mount summon by myself now. Skywriting. Oh. That's nice. Alright. This is the one. It could be. We'll do a little drum roll. Once we get close enough to loot it. Drum roll! No. Not for me. No luck that time. Oh, Flabby was trying for it. Thanks. I will probably just leave my hunter here and then we can do it. Oh no, I don't stream tomorrow, do I? This is the Hazel Friday. I take Monday, Tuesdays off. Next time, Gadget. Next time. That's alright. That means it's time for our regular scheduled programming. Prot Warrior learning time. I just got Ignore Pain and I'm very excited. I did do like a handful of quests on this character off stream. I don't remember what time it was or what I was doing, but I think I had like finished something and I was like, you know what? I got like 15 minutes before dinner. I'm gonna level, and I leveled to level 11. I leveled from 10 to 11, but isn't he sick looking? He's wearing mainly Darkspear Heritage, and then I put the Berserking enchant on a sword, and then this is the shield that made me want to make a Troll Prot Warrior in the first place. It was from that same Gold Sync vendor that I got the Regal Scarab from, and it would now be a Bima item. I think it's also like a recolor of a Trading Post shield. I think they've sold versions of this in the Trading Post, but the red one specifically, I'm pretty sure was Gold Sync. Oh, and then Blood Hunter tattoos on the top, because I thought that made it cool. I don't think Flabby has it. He's very lucky sometimes, but I don't think he's been farming that rare up until now. But I bet you if it dropped for him, he would be. He might be attempting to be helpful. So glad that Bloodbound Horror isn't a wall anymore. That boss in Heroic was a pain the first few weeks. Alright. So, I have fun buttons. I have Charge and Whirlwind. I have Ignore Pain. Oh, I think I'm just about to get Revenge. If I didn't... I think I need, like, one more level, maybe, and then I can get Revenge. But I've got Shield Block and Ignore Pain. I think at some point I stop spending Rage on Slam, but I don't know when that point is. And he picks Flowers. I was trying to come up with some kind of a vibes justification for why my, like, you know, Darkspear Berserker themed Prot Warrior was picking flowers and making glyphs, like inscription. I didn't come up with anything, really. I haven't sorted that one out yet. Get revenge on who? Everybody. Anybody. Oh, there you go. Talent points. Okay, 2 more levels then. Oh, Heroic Leap. Impending Victory. Movement Speed. Heroic Leap. Everything else can wait. We got Heroic... Pardon me. Leaping to do. Well, gotta run. Love the concept and look of Prot Warriors, but I've always found them the most boring tank spec to play. I think it works out for me that I kind of want boring in a tank spec, because I'm such an inexperienced tank that I want it to be very paint by numbers and, you know, low skill floor so that I can... Because I'm just excited if I held aggro and didn't die. That's kind of where my goals are at right now. Definitely comfiest tank for sure. I used to think Bear was the most comfy and straightforward. Because, you know, what do? You thrash, you do the frenzied regen thing, you do the iron fur thing. Wow, you did it. Druid's more boring, I know. Yeah, I think they play somewhat similarly. I feel like Druid is sort of modeled after Prot Warrior a little bit. So not Brewmaster? I think I would enjoy Brewmaster if I was like an artisanal tank. Like a career tank, plays all kinds of different tanks, enjoys reading tank forums and, you know, subscribes to Tank Weekly magazine. That kind of person I feel like really gets a kick out of Brewmaster because there's cool tech in there for you to play with. But that is a different audience from me. That's how I feel about healers. I like trying all the different healers. And I really enjoyed trying to figure out Prevoker because there was cool like healer tech that could be done there. But if I was just like trying to, you know, heal through like a couple of dungeons in the most simple possible way, I wouldn't have touched Prevoker with a 10-foot pole. Except Dis. That's true. Discipline's a fake healer. They're DPS that are confused. I'm a main tank and I love Brewmaster. My guild tank is Brew and loves it. Good to see, because I can't decide what I wanted to try tanking with. Was considering Bear and Prot. So I'm gonna pick this flower. It's so weird that you can like sky ride. You can dragon ride just at level 12 running around Duratar. It's so bizarre. Also, he's got a little bit of gold from just selling his herbs. I sold some Silverleaf and Peace Bloom and stuff. Oh man, I sold the Silverleaf. The Peace Bloom expired. I've been posting these things so that he can afford Zone Transmog. They don't really heal, they just shield. It's cheating, really. My current struggle in healing keys in my Holy Priest is that I'm so flippin' squishy, it's really tilting. Any mechanic that, and it's not even mechanics that are like, oh no, you stood in something. It's mechanics like, oh no, you were targeted by a cast that's uninterruptible. Goodbye. You know, like if you don't hit your defensives perfectly before like everything, I'm just toast, and it gets in my head because it doesn't happen to everybody else. Everybody else has slightly better defensives or like passive defensives that help them survive things in my particular group. So I'm always the person that's dead on the floor, and that gets to you. Yeah. I am hitting my defensives, but bear in mind, I'm a Shadow Priest, so that means Fade for a 10% DR, which is nice, and it's on a short cooldown. So you're doing that basically every time there's any incoming damage, or just like during a pull. And then the other one is Disperse if there's really something that you can sort out. But like, it's not like, I don't know. I feel like it's unreasonable. I feel like it's unfair. That's season 1. Stack Versa. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe. I can't disobey the great overlord of Wowhead stat priority. Is it time for me to try tanking a dungeon? I think it's time for me to try tanking a dungeon. What is this? Berserker Rage. Removing and granting immunity to Fear, Sap, and Incap effects for 6 seconds. Okay. I should keep that on a button. That sounds useful. Need that. He's level 12 right now. Maybe at level 13 we get Revenge. Weird talent for a 10% DR when you flash heal yourself. Yeah, you have Power Word Shield, and you could do the flash heal thing. Both of those are actual globals that you would be spending in your DPS rotation. Which isn't to say you shouldn't do it. You probably should. I don't know if I have the flash heal DR talent. That's a good thing to check. It's just so annoying. Like, because I'm not talking about, like, during a big damage phase during a boss. Obviously, I'm using defenses for that. I'm talking about, like, any time a mob casts Web Bolt, and there isn't a kick up for it. Just ask the gods, aka Jack. Yeah, Web Bolt insane, man. I'm not really looking for solutions right now. I'm just kind of trying to complain. Class colors. Solutions just make me feel like I must not be trying hard enough, and it makes me feel worse about myself. I promise I'm trying. It was already nerfed. It was worse before. Alright, we got quests. We got quests. These things are fine. I don't have any... Oh, no, I do have an AoE. I can use the whirlwindy one. That's good. And then here's shield block, and then I also have ignore pain. My health is nice and big over here. I have taunt on 4. I shouldn't let things hit me in the back, right? that's frowned upon or something. Let's see here. Oh no, I spent my rage in the wrong thing. Wrong thing, wrong thing. Must use ignore pain or shield wall. Not just damage. I'll try that again next time. I'm not sure if my healer's with me. Hello? There we go. Okay. Let's try this one. This one. This one. You come back. If they're purple, that means they're getting away from me. Jack would never push Adam. Not getting hit in the back generally considered to be optimal. It's like melee rules, man. As a lifelong range, I never really worry about that kind of thing. Like, in terms of like whether I'm standing in front of or behind something, or whether something's in front of or behind me. As long as I can cast on it, that's really all I check for, and it gets me in big trouble when I do try to play melee. So Shield Slam I should always use. I should never sit on it. It doesn't cost me any rage. I wonder if it's better to do Shield Block or Ignore Pain if I have the option. I know Shield Block empowers my Shield Slam damage. Also, I'm gonna take Slam off my bar. I'm spending all my rage on it. It's a mistake. I know it empowers my Shield Slam damage. I wonder how deep into my journey I'm gonna start getting a bunch of weak cores set up. Alright, it's boss time. I'm taking. Shield Block. Ignore Pain. Ignore Pain lasts for a while. It's like 11 seconds. I wonder if you're supposed to keep like full uptime. Oh yeah, hang on. I wasn't supposed to sit on that. There's Shield Block again. Your Shield Slam, damn. Yeah. And then the boss is leaving, and he'll come back. I'll wait for him. Come back. Come see me. I have a Shield Slam for you. I should turn on there's Ignore Pain. That'll help. Ooh, that's a pretty nice shield. I like that. I should turn on detail so I can find out how much damage I'm doing, although that's probably not what I should be focusing on as a tank right now. I wonder if he has details. Slash details toggle. Oh yeah, there we go. Ooh, and the winner is the Holy Priest with Smite and Shadow Word Pain. Alright. Oh, I got some bracers. They give me transmog and they're an upgrade. I should put them on. I spent some of Bakoa's first Peace Bloom gold buying him a reagent bag. Okay, so I'm going to taunt this one. There we go. I'm going to get revenge. As in, learn the spell. Let's start with a shield block. Here's revenge. Oh, you get procs for revenge. That seems good. That makes me do much more damage. Like, much more damage. It's kind of overlaid over my quest log right now, but it seems good. What does it do? Swings in a wide arc, dealing damage to enemies in front of you, reduced beyond 5 targets. Successful dodges and parries have a chance to make it cost no rage, so that's where the free procs are coming from. Okay. Alright, we all ready? Whoop-de-doo. Here we go. I'm just gonna try to face anything away from my group as a general rule. Most things are not gonna have a cleave, but, or like a frontal, but I feel like it's a good habit to try to get into. Oh yeah, I should be pressing. Should I be pressing revenge on single target? Is that a good idea? It seems fine. How much rage does it cost? 20. 111. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh, I can execute. Haha. Nice. Saying I'm gonna try and face things away from the group makes you better than half the tanks out there. I don't know about that. Let's reserve some judgment for a minute. We'll do our best. I'm not very used to being in melee. It's also very dark in this dungeon. Maybe it's good that I have my lights off. Bunch of glare. I like tanking these baby dungeons, though, that are like very simple with very straightforward mechanics, because I feel like this is kind of where the game originally intended for you to learn. If you go right into like Dragonflight leveling and you're trying to tank a Ruby life pools at level 10, I feel like those dungeons were designed for groups where everybody has kicks and like people have stops. And then when you don't, because people are like level 11, not everybody will be, but a lot of people are. It just gets awkward. All right, you attack me. I'm gonna use my troll racial. And what else am I gonna do? Shield block and slam. So shield block, what else does it do aside from the shield slam damage? It blocks all melee attacks against me. They can be critical blocks. What in tarnation is a critical block? Is it not either blocked or it's not? I kind of thought that was a binary. Modern dungeons are designed around too many stops and defensives. The current argument goes like, it's a bit strange that they stick you in them so early. But what are you gonna do? Maybe they expect you to quest for a while until you get more stops and defenses. A block reduces 30% of the damage. A crit block reduces 60%. Oh. I thought that if you blocked it, it was reducing all of it. Oh, that guy needs help. So now that I have revenge, am I not worrying about Whirlwind anymore? Or is it a... Is it, you know, if I'm like Rage Captain needing to AoE? What are you gonna do? Die, probably. I always get excited whenever I see you around in Dornigal. Maples Earth, thank you for the 16-month reset. Thanks for all the great content, Hazel. Love using your guides and lurking in chat. I'm glad to have you here. I'm hanging out in Dornigal a lot. I'm on my auction house mount, posting stuff and crafting stuff. Alright, last boss time. Let's go over here. I don't know what he does, but we'll find out. My entire goal for this guy is to basically do the Dragonflight, or not the Dragonflight, the War Within dungeons at level 80 on either Mythic 0 or maybe a +2. That's currently my goal. If we're having a lot of fun, we can stretch the goal. But for the moment, for the time being, that is basically where I'm at. I'm gonna sit on my rage, I think. It's also hard to judge a spec based on how it plays at level 13, because sometimes there's very core talents that you just don't get yet. Waving, doing a hug emote at you. Do you play a character named Flourish? There's somebody that emotes me in Dornigal named Flourish, and it's very cute, but it's also, I have a guildie named Flourish, and I'm always like, oh hey, it's my guildie. It's not my guildie. They did not wave at me. It was somebody else. Yes. There you go. Yeah, I saw you yesterday. Wrath was still peak WoW dungeons for me. If it's a purple mage, then it's me. Blackrock Caverns were impossible, and I tried to do it while leveling, if I remember correctly. Those Kata dungeons were rough. Alright. Nice. So I'm up to level 14, so that did do something. Dungeons do seem faster. Dungeons seem a little faster than questing. I got a cloak, but I don't need it because I have an heirloom cloak. My heirlooms, I think, are all 6 of 6 upgraded, so they should last me all the way to 69. Yeah, those should last me a while. Our talent points. I could get myself Leech, Intervene, Movement Speed seems good. Impending Victory also seems good. I'm gonna kind of improvise for a while, and then I'll go back and get like a prescribed spec a little later on. This dungeon. Not me just wanting to herb my way all the way to level 70. I don't know if it's gonna work that way. Oh, it might work that way a little bit. Now we're level 15. Okay. Devastator replaces Devastate, which is a button I did not know I had. Auto attacks, deal damage, have a chance to reset shield slam. Oh, so that just makes it passive, basically. That's just a passive option. There's Demoralizing Shout, and then there's a big cooldown. I feel like passive's good for me. I also for sure... Oh no, I do have a button called Devastate. That probably should have replaced Slam. Melee range instant, deals damage. Yeah, no, let's not. Let's pressing buttons, not for me. Passive now, that's better. Oh, I wonder which one it's gonna stick us into. Random. Dislike my past self for not getting the 6 of 6 heirlooms whenever I decide to make an alt. Yeah, they're convenient. They're not mandatory the same way that they used to be. Or I guess they weren't ever mandatory, but they're definitely more bypassable than they were. But they're just kind of nice for not having to worry too much about getting too many of your gear slots falling behind. Okay, so I'm queued up for another dungeon. Are there any quests that I would like to do? I was kind of looking around at while I was questing, I was getting some transmog. It was kind of nice killing these mobs just like out in the open world, because sometimes they would drop white and gray items that I didn't have yet. And, you know, transmog's transmog. Is it now the best time to learn the dungeons that will make dungeon tanking easier? Do people recommend taking the active Devastate? I kind of figured that, that learning the not done... I kind of thought that taking passives would be a good strategy for me. Kind of don't like heirlooms because I love getting gear upgrades. Eventually going to give us all the quest mobs if we do it in one character. I believe that's 1105, or at least that's... It was promised for 1105. If and when it happens, kind of remains to be seen. Ooh, Scarlet Monastery. Oh, this is a quest I never remember to do. Alright, let's start over here. Oh, somebody's doing big damage. It's me! I was like, wait, those things vanished. Who did that? Oh, now it's not me. But then I was really high on the damage. With my revenge. No, it's the monk. It's the Windwalker monk. Okie dokie. Any reason to pick up old classic herbs? They do sell reasonably well. And also, you get a little bit of experience every time you pick them up, so it's not like the fastest way to level, but it could be worse. If I throw an axe at him... Oh, he's coming over here. That's nice. Good job, bud. So I got a ring, and then I pick up the blade. That's important. You don't really need to do these, but like, if you do, 10 experience per. They always sell. The other day I was getting like 8 gold a piece bloom, which felt really strong for something that you can just kind of pick up while leveling. I do have a kick. I love seeing that I've interrupted something. Like, my plater tells me who interrupted something, so if I kick a spell, it'll say interrupted and then my character's name. And I love that. It's intoxicating. It's so satisfying. If you guys could come see me. Now, the trouble is I only have a kick every how many seconds? 15. But the good news is 15 seconds is nothing. My warrior can kick 3 times in the time it takes my priest to silence. That's pretty cool. I don't know what buttons I'm supposed to be pressing, but I'm just pressing a lot of revenge. All those little faction rep trinkets you pick up in time walking. Oh yeah, that's right, the sword. True. I turned quest automation back on for him for now. And then I need to remember to use it on the corpse. I probably should hold the heal, the kick for heal specifically. You'd think? There's some specific herbs that are valuable enough that it's not a horrible gold making strat. Well, any amount of gold is a net positive. Quest add-on. Dialogue UI. Dialogue UI. Makes them look a little nicer. Let's see here. I should use a defensive. There's shield lock. Shield slam.
What's your step?
Oh, come back.
Shockwave.
Yeah, ignore more pain. Ignore additional pain. There we go. That worked out. I feel like I run fairly fast. Maybe it's just because my character's tall or something? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Right. When do I get, Thunderclap? I feel like I'm failing to stomp on people. I ate peanut butter jelly for the first time today, and I really don't like it. Maybe it's one of those things that needs the nostalgia of having been fed it as a child. I was fed a decent amount of PB&Js. I like them alright. They're quite sweet. It's quite a lot of sugar for a sandwich if you're not used to that as a concept. Not everybody is. Must be an acquired taste. Man, I could eat one every day. The type of jelly or jam is also a varying factor. You know, some people will like them with a given setup. "100% strawberry jam only, girly." Somebody told me once that there's like a traditional jam or jelly for PB&J, and that everything else is like a variant. And I don't know if that's true, but if it is, it's mind-blowing, because growing up it was just kind of whatever's in the fridge. I would never be like, this is raspberry, it's wrong. It's just like, it's all fine. It's all basically the same. It's just sugar. Sounds fake. Also, what kind of bread? Strawberry jam, the most overrated jam. I like a good blackberry jelly. That's good stuff. Alright, we're looking good. Thanks, guys. T-White. I have more talent points to spend. So that puts them up to 16. Dungeons do seem like a fast way to level. There's probably a perfect expansion where the dungeons go like particularly quickly. Concord grape jelly. Oh, blackberry jam. Like a homemade, grandmother-made blackberry jam on waffles is a good day. That's a good time. Is to refund some of the rage. There's all of these things seem like good ideas. Impending victory seems good. That way I can use it to heal even if I haven't killed anything recently. I wonder if some of these quests go really quickly now that you can skyride through them. Because Fizzle should be just like right down here. Oh, there we go, I leveled. Chance to reset the cooldown on shield slam. Oh yeah. That sounds like a good idea. Am I not? I'm not drowning. Oh, I have 4 minutes of water breathing. Okay. Excuse me? Why are you level 50? I'm in Chromie time. Excuse me? Okay, never mind. That quest is a bad idea. You know what? I'm taking the res. It's only a minute of res sickness. And I'm abandoning these quests. I regret everything. You know what? I'm not doing this one either. Now that we're 17, we spent our button I think I just take my minute of res sickness and then queue up for another dungeon. I wonder if I should stay in the classic ones or if I should switch to like TBC or something. Meat store. BC is quickest with a couple of exceptions. Yeah, BC dungeons are nice because they were fairly short relative to some of the earlier ones, and because their quests were inside the instance. Not all expansions did that. Some of them do, but not all of them do. Really like TBC dungeons. I'll do one more classic dungeon, and then I'll switch it up and see. It's probably good if I try to tank as much as possible while leveling, though. Even though questing sounds fun, and I feel like could give me some good mog, yeah, I should probably try to tank. That's the whole premise. That's what I promised on the box here. Yeah, you're right. Wrath also dungeon quests inside. TBC, my favorite time walking week. Anybody want to buy 4 piece blow? I should train inscription. just to have the basic profession. I always completed the quest, but instead of teleporting in and out to turn it in, I would just hit leave by accident. Yeah, I've been there. Or I would just get like nervous and awkward at the end of the run, and I would just go thank you, and I would leave party instantly, and then I would be like, uh-oh. Oops. There's like an inscription place around here, but I don't really remember where. Excuse me. Hello, guards? Can you help me? I want to learn how to write things down. Profession trainer. Oh yeah, literally behind me. I think I said it's somewhere around here while looking straight at it. Well, that's the machine shop. Oh, it's upstairs, that's why. The mighty pen. Alright. Excuse me. I would like a pen. I love stationery. Can't stand no Morgana the BRD dungeons. Quite likely to hit the dungeon again. Unless you switch timelines. I feel like it tries to give you one of each dungeon for a while. Until you get to a certain point. Alright, we can make stuff. I don't think I'm going to do any low-level inscriptioning, but maybe this way I'll remember that I have it. What is this daily? What do you want? Is this like a pet weekly? Brawler's Pet Supplies. That's funny. It's like a low-level version of the max-level pet weekly that doesn't quite give you the ultimate battle training stone. Yeah, no, that's okay. Let's not do that. Do many people do the PvP pet battling? I think it's just like 8 people that are fighting amongst themselves. I'm not... I don't know, but... yeah, it's a fairly niche activity. It may be one of the most niche things in WoW. I don't want to do it, so we're going to abandon that quest. I guess we could probably fly around and do some... Well, I'm a little scared of flying around and questing. Because I found level 50 mobs and they killed me. I died. Gonna try, but I lost so fast the first time I queued for one. Sometimes you'll end up just queuing into a bunch of people that are regulars and have meta teams. And if you're trying to improv a team and go up against a meta team, you are most likely going to lose roughly. And then if you look up a meta team and how to use it, then it's just a coin flip of does your team happen to counter or be countered by whatever team you queued into. It's all very rock, paper, scissors. Yeah. I don't know what the meta is currently, but it's usually a fairly stagnant meta. It doesn't change all that often. Ay, dungeon time. Ooh, I like this one. Nice quest in here. Give everybody a little battle shout. And off and away. Nice little, oh, free shield slams. This is great. I feel like my troll could just step up the stairs. He could just, like, take 5 stairs in this place at a time with his big, long troll legs. I want to make sure we get all this stuff. There we go. That's better. Revenge seems to be my good button right now. If I can revenge, I think I should revenge. It sounds like it should do more damage based on the damage you've taken based on the name, but it doesn't do anything of the sort. That used to be like a thing, right? Like that used to be a tank, like a core tank mechanic was that you would do like retribution damage based on the damage you had taken. And it made tanks like really overpowered. and it really incentivized them to pull really dangerously too. I forget all the details, but there was something. It was vengeance and it was way too OP. I kicked pain and suffering. I don't know if it was a good idea, but I did it. Here, we'll use our troll racial. No time like the present. And then I can heal myself a little bit with that one. This fight's a weird one to do. In that, like, he almost kills everybody and then he fixes them, and it basically is just there to make healers quit because they think they did something wrong. Like, it just gives people heart attacks. Well, the more damage you take, the more main stat you got. Yeah, it could have been. I don't really remember the specific expansion. Man, I used to do this dungeon all the time for something. Let me look. For all the things, there's zone drop mogs I don't have. Oh, that's a cool sword, actually. And that's just on normal. Oh, there you go. Maybe I 100%ed the cloth from here. I certainly did not get all the plate and warrior stuff. Let's get this one too. Come back, come back, come back. I like to think that if I'm losing aggro on stuff, it's just because, you know, we don't have all our buttons yet. That's definitely it. It's totally not because we're not paying enough attention or we're not used to this enough yet. Let's grab this guy. And then this guy. And yeah, that'll do. Anybody behind me? No. He looks so cool. He's so big. I guess any character looks big after playing a gnome, but like, you could fit my entire gnome just in this guy's lats. There's some rare zone drops in here that are valuable. And I have definitely spent some levels in the airtime in here, although not in the last couple of years because I got lucky. Hello. Would you like to come with me? We may as well clear all you guys out. I guess if I don't need the mint, I can just put all my rage into damage. I don't see why not. Big pull, big pull. Now we're gonna need some mint. Yeah, if you could... I see now why my tanks are always asking ranged to interrupt the ranged mobs that are just hanging out there casting, because they're kind of annoying to get in on some tanks. If you're a DK, you can grip them, and demon hunters can like throw silences, and paladins can throw shields. I think you can make heroic throw kick people, or at least you used to be able to. I don't know if you still can. Time for Hazel to do some MDI pulling. We wanted to level up and play Zandalari Troll because they're so tall they look sick when suited up. Alright, we're focusing boss. Like that. There's a hunter in here named Ralphonso, and that's pretty... That's a goblin hunter named Ralphonso. That's excellent. It's a great name. You know what? You guys are big. You guys can do it. Yeah. As long as everything's fine. Pulling more is good. As a Shadow Priest, I can appreciate that it's fun when the DPS have a big pack of mobs to wail on. You know? We don't have to pull just 2 at a time. Let's get these guys and the boss. Troll Racial. This guy drops like big AoEs on the ground. So maybe I should, after the guardsmen are dead, worry about... Yeah. Moving him to the side so we've got some room to scoot over here. What else do you do? You got any other tricks? It's so weird fighting a mob the same size as you are. You don't do that much in this game. It's a lot of ankle chopping. The druid is healing. You're not contractually obligated to damage if you're a healer. You can. Especially in like a level 10 dungeon. You know? It might be somebody's first day healing. I don't blame them if they want to focus on it. Besides, some people heal leveling dungeons because you can just like turn on your Netflix and cast a couple of rejuves and like chill. I want over here. And over here. You know, they're only chopping me in the back for a little while. How do you like this week's affix? I like it just fine because I play with 2 shamans, so they can take Poison Cleanse Totem and then nobody has a problem. If I was in a different group comp, I might have different feelings. I think that some groups must really struggle with it based on what you have available. I can Master Spell like every other one if I need to, or like if I need to take them off in a real hurry for a bad overlap, I can just kind of time the MD to like insta-dispel them. And that's nice, but... Oh, this is an Earthen. It's an Earthen Rat Paladin. I always had the mindset in leveling dungeons that anyone in the group could be learning. Also true in endgame dungeons up until you get into like 7 keys. You never know when it's somebody's first day. A lot of my pug groups take any shaman they can get at any key level just to make it easier. Imagine being taken because you're a shaman and you're like, yes, this is my day. People have seen my potential, and then you don't spec Poison Cleanse Totem because you don't know, and then it's the biggest letdown ever. Learning to tank stream? Eh, I have tanked somewhat before. Not like anything hard, but we're leveling a Prot Warrior. This is gonna be my little baby War Within tanking alt. We're gonna tank 4 dungeons on it and then go, woohoo, we did it. Unless it gets really fun. But I haven't played Prot Warrior in a while. It'll be kind of fun just to feel out how it plays. Seems cool so far. I appreciate that these groups so far have been letting me pull. Look at how you're specting kick you from the group without a word. Tanking's been a blast in the War Within. Wow, this is a lot of stairs. I'm gonna let everybody get in because I think these doors close. That seems like a bunch of people. So if it's like a caster boss, there's really not a lot of sense in me shield blocking aside from to make my shield slams hurt more. 30% is quite a bit. I wonder if I'm eventually going to want to end up with weak cores just to track my uptime on Ignore Pain and Shield Block, so I can have a better feel for when my mid is active. Because that seems like a good thing to get a grip for. And Quest Giver? What's with mages not letting me get aggro? What item level are I? 47. I'm level 18. I'm new. My main is 620, if that's relevant information to you. My priest is item level 620. I got her weapon upgraded recently. Do I not have a... Yeah, I do have a quest for here. Perfect, okay. Yeah, I definitely forgot to turn in a quest earlier. I think I must have run past it because I'm on the Walden quest right now. And there's a Godfrey quest after that. Oops. Maybe they'll stick us in here again, but probably not. I have unspent talent points. I don't know what I want. Oh! Thingies. You know what we want? All of it. That guy's coming over to join my party. I'm gonna interrupt you. And yeah, everything's great. Everything's bada bing bada boom. HP centered, defensive uptime trackers, healing and DPS. I have like your layout. This is my tank layout. My health bar is like 5 times bigger than it is on my healers and my DPS. Especially if I'm healing, I monitor my own health through the raid frames. But I figure for tank, I will probably add a couple of weak auras. Just for my little mitigations is... This might be a good case of getting, maybe not right now, but like as I keep leveling, because I won't even have all the buttons yet, like a Luxos or some kind of weak aura pack, just to kind of have the basics, and then if there's anything that's really extraneous, we can get rid of it. Yeah, alright, we can take them up here. That's a frontal. I think he aims that one randomly. That's an interrupt. What else can I do? I can use my troll racial. Oh man, if I tank Miss of Tyrna's Scythe when the boss fears if we don't have a tremor totem, I can just use my Berserker Rage. You can't scare me. I'm crazy. Like in the hijack Retor class packages. Let's see what we can do. Thank you. /TY. Alright. Level 19. New talent points to spend. I feel like I'm leveling fast enough. If I was going much faster, I wouldn't have time to like read my talent points. This way we're spending like 1 or 2 at a time. Pain and Gain seems good. Second Wind seems good. Intimidating Shout sounds fun. Leech always good. I want all of them. We're gonna go with Frothing Berserker, and then let's take a... I feel like I have to take Demoralizing Shout, and then I should probably use it. Let's take Last Stand. That sounds like fun. Big cooldown. Big CD. I'm almost level 20. Do I get anything cool at level 20? No. You used to look forward to getting like your mount skill thresholds at different points, and I feel like I don't really worry about it anymore because you can just go. Legit made a Prot Warrior one when I was hungover on Friday. Oh, end up making my own weak auras because every suite just has too much. If you level with time walking dungeons, isn't it faster? I don't think I'm allowed into those yet. I'm only level 19. If they let me queue for them, I will look into it. Should I switch to a different era, or are we happy with these ones? I think I should switch to a different era. I think I'm kind of playing with fire. At a certain point, they're going to stick you in either Mordon or BRD, and then you're not having as much fun. Let's do TBC dungeons for a little bit, but just like Chromie time TBC dungeons. Oh, hang on. There's herbs down here. Put a few abilities in the middle of my screen, whatever buttons to spam when they proc in order. Let me see. Let's see. Ignore Pain Weak Aura. Do I like this one? Sure. That looks good. I'm just gonna Google individual weak auras for the stuff that I want right now. And then I can kind of adjust as needed, as long as I have something. So we're going to stick Ignore Pain right there. And then let's get a shield block. Weak Aura seems reasonable. Shield block uptime. Make sure we get like a War Within one. Shows effect with weak aura icon only when any shield is equipped. No, that's a weird one. Blocking warrior shield block tracker. Icon and timer. And if last stand is chosen, it will be shown because you don't need to use shield block. Okay, let's see if this works. Can you not do time walking dungeons? Not yet. I don't know what level they let me in, but we'll keep an eye on it. And then we'll stick this one. Oh, hang on. This one goes here, and this one goes here. Wait, no. I ruined it. I ruined it. Delete. Import again. And then if you could show me the Ignore Pain one as well. And then we'll just, yeah, there we go. It's got like a bunch of nested ones, and I was moving one at a time. That's better. I don't think I'm gonna really need those just yet, but it will be nice to play with them up to get used to them. Oh, did I get anything helpful? No. Satchel of unhelpful goods. Well, let's try TBC. Plus, I bet the queues will be fast. So Chromie should be hanging out somewhere. There she is. So you stick me in Outland. And that should change over my dungeon queues. Perfect. Is that cloak worth anything? Nah, not really. And then the cloth, I feel like I've just been vendoring. That's anything under a gold's not really worth posting. But 5 gold, I'll take it. Don't mind if I do. I like making a project out of making enough gold on an alt like this to buy their own bags. So I'll search for containers, I'll filter them by slots, and I'll just kind of scan to see when you get like affordable ones. You can get 32 slot Wildercloth bags for 150 gold. That seems good. You can afford one of those right now. And you know, that's a big upgrade from his Sea Witch's bag. He's got 2 empty bag slots and he's got a 6 slot. Now, could I just buy him bags on my main? Of course I could. Is that as much fun? No. Level 30 for time walking? Okay. We'll probably get there today. I think. It's only 10:20. This has been fun. These have been really fast dungeons. Yeah, there we go. That's some bag space. That's something. Now we're just waiting on a healer. I should really pick up wherever this rumble foil is so that it can stop bullying me every time I walk by. I don't know where it is, but it's a mess. Alright. Waiting in queue. They have the cool stance. My turn. Let's see if these weak words work. Your troll looks fantastic. Why, thank you. He's very athletic. You know, not just anybody can do that. It's a great dance. Oh, Sethic Halls. Alright, there's casters in here, I'm pretty sure. So I can see the timer and the damage left, and then I can see when my shield block is ready to press. Okay. We're looking like we're doing okay. I'm not going to pull too dummy in here because I remember there's mobs that like fear or CC or something in one of these dungeons, one of the Akanoon dungeons. Don't really remember which ones, but just playing it a tiny bit safe because it would be really embarrassing to wipe. At least I can pull aggro back pretty easily on this character. I was a bit worried about that. It seems to work fine. Oh, they have spell reflect. When do I get spell reflect? I want to spell reflect stuff. Also, we're going this way. And then, here. Oh yeah, the charming totem. That gets us into trouble sometimes. Okay. Somebody's mining. Top DPS helps with aggro? Maybe I was. Okay, I should probably spend some rage on revenge just to AoE things to get some AoE aggro. I want to use my mid, but we're gonna try it. We need to get everything hitting me first. That's project number 1. Oh boy. Okay. Over here. Sometimes I wish I could charge backwards. Just moonwalk back to the next pack of mobs. How come we haven't campaigned for that yet? Oh hey, it's boss time. Somebody here? On my list? Can we take him in the middle? Oh, stuff going on. I wish I had rage. At some point they must give me like thunderclap or something. So it's lighting up because it was about to end. And then as soon as he dies, the elementals all go away, so that's good. Those totems were the bane of me farming Ravenlord. What are you up to? Reminds me, gotta farm some mage transmog and TBC dungeons. I am leveling at Prot Warrior Darkspear Troll alt. It's pretty fun. I haven't played Prot Warrior in a hot minute, and I'm kind of relearning what's going on with it. Very slowly, one button at a time. I took Whirlwind off my bar because I feel like Revenge is always going to be a better button. I don't know if that's true, but it sounds reasonable. Okay. Part of my problem as a tank, and something that would just come with time if I ever did stick with it, is because I'm so unused to where I'm standing and what's going on and having like big mobs in melee and like right in my camera, I have pretty poor awareness of what's going on in the rest of the room. So like when a bunch of people have taken damage, I'm not immediately aware, was it cast that I could have stopped? Was it a frontal I could have aimed differently? Was it mobs I did not have aggro on? Was it just unavoidable? You know, like I'm not on top of it as much as I could be. And really good tanks have this uncanny ability to know exactly what's going on, which helps inform what you're gonna do about it. 9 days before I can play again? On the race of my fire mage. Oh. Here. This one. Experience thing, yeah. My problem is that I don't like being in melee enough to stick with it long enough to get enough experience. Let's press last stand for fun. Not that I have aggro on any of this, but if I did, you know. It's a good button. Oh, it's the ghosts that are killing people. So that's not a me thing. You just gotta run away from the ghosts. But what I could do is not pull until after they've despawned and stopped terrorizing people. That would be good. I can't help anybody heal. I usually like to help off heal after a wipe or after like a partial wipe. And on this particular character, I can't do anything. I just sit there with my sword going, wow, that looks like an ouchie. Oh, hi, kitty. Happy Sunday, fun day. Delightful as always. Happy Sunday, Whipweb. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. Okay. Yeah. AoE aggro is a tiny bit of a problem for me right now. Just on pull, it'll get better. You can res with engineering. You don't even need to be an engineer. You can buy the engineering crafted reses and you can use them. You could scream at them all menacingly. I'm just passive aggressively rebuffing with Battle Shout. We've got some ignore pain going on, which is good because I'm stunned. Something that might be expected to hurt. Good. Good. Well, here's an example of need to pay attention to the rest of the room. I wonder if I have mouse over turned on. I don't know if I want it turned on or not, but helpful for when you just want to like throw a heroic throw at somebody. Let's use a little impending victory. I'm also going to kind of pull them back so we've got a little bit of room to kite the ghosts. There we go. Give it a second. Healer man is fine. We don't need to full clear this. We can just walk by stuff, but where's the fun in that? We're leveling, everybody. Buckle up. Strap in. Mouse over macro some things so you don't do weird stuff with your normal rotation. I am pretty used to keeping mouse over on for my normal rotation when I'm DPSing because I have it on all the time for healing anyway. So I just leave it on for Shadow Priest, and I've gotten fairly used to where to keep my mouse to make sure that I'm casting things where I intend to. And it's nice for sniping like silences and like, you know, like a mob's like a totem spawns and I want to just sink a void torrent into it really fast. I can just kind of like
find shelter.
Nail it. Oh, is that over? I kind of thought that was going to last longer. Oh. Leveling bosses. Okay, here's the quill. How did we miss an eye? This always happens to me. And then I'm like, do I want to backtrack through the entire dungeon to look for one more serpent? I feel like I tend to spend like twice as long in this one as I need to because I will always run around looking for the last serpent for the eyeball. Got in the habit of keeping right click held down when I really need to cast to go off where I want it to go off. Apple chips add flavor for the first couple hours of the roast. Oh. Focus mouse over for my kicks. Okay. I don't think I need to wear any of these things. I'm not going to worry about the eyeball. I'm just going to have a graveyard of broken, half-finished quests from dungeons. 10:30. Anything useful? A belt. That is useful. I was wearing a white quality belt. But it was Zuni's family heirloom. Should I put it in my bag? Should we be sentimental? Someone needs to remember Zuni. It's going to be the only thing in his bag. We're going to put it right in the middle. Okay. I also could probably stand to find some gloves or something. I don't know. Okay. Level 21. Demoralizing shout time? Demoralizing shout time. What about over here? Leech, intimidating shout, second wind. Pain and gain. Pain and gain seems like pretty minor. Second wind seems kind of nice for helping top me up between pulls. And then demoralizing shout just seems like a button I should probably consider pressing sometimes. For all we know, you could be being sentimental about a jerk. People often are. Nanny, thank you for the 64-month resub. Hello, Hazel. Isn't it crazy how time passes when you're having fun? At least I enjoy your streams and VODs immensely. Aw. Appreciate having you here. Gonna be a horde drag through your fire mage in the 22nd. So many people are just counting the days until they can switch to Drakthir. It's pretty cool. People keep asking me if I'm going to change my priest. Which I am not, but I'm glad that people are excited. I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of that. I think I might try to sell these. Blood Knight Gauntlets. I'll take 25 gold for them. Do you tell them how anti-dragon you are? It depends on who they are and whether or not I feel like they're ready to hear a tirade. But people that know me know that I switched off of Evoker partially because I didn't get my legendary and partially because I was really sick of being a dragon. And no amount of staying in Visage form is going to convince me otherwise. Happy to see they did some cool stuff with wings and Drakthir priests. Haven't checked the classes they can be, but I'd level another lock. I don't know if they're getting lock. I know they're getting like the classic, like the mage, priest, warrior, hunter. Like the ones that are for most races. I guess warlock is also for most races now too. Let's do one more dungeon before we take a break. I can probably abandon this. I don't think we're going back into Shadowfang Keep. I'll keep this just in case it sticks me back in that particular dungeon. 141. Whereas this one is 136. Whirlwind does a tiny bit more damage than Revenge. And it costs the same amount of rage. Isn't that peculiar? There must be something that makes Revenge a better button for Prot Warriors. It's got a cooler name. One thing people may not realize they could hate is that you still exist as a dragon in the Warband camp, even if you have perma-visage form in-game. Yeah, I always disliked having the dragon form on my login screen. And that was before the Warband camp. Increases your chance to block. That's my mastery. What is this one? Stamina, armor. That makes sense. So I should be shield slamming on cooldown. I'm sometimes failing to shield slam on cooldown. That gives me parry. Oh, that might be worth it. So Revenge will cause bleed damage on top of its actual damage. That probably makes up for replacing it with Whirlwind. Does more threat. Later, the damage of Revenge is higher. I think it'll be that, but they could change it. Not sure. It would be nice if they gave you an option somehow. Imagine if this was the ult to get weak cores. I did give him 2 weak cores. I gave him a shield block one and I gave him a ignore pain one. Bladestorm. What am I really looking forward to getting? Bladestorm? Oh, hang on, that's the arms tree. Do I not get it? I guess Prot doesn't need Bladestorm. What do I want? What is in the Prot tree anyway? There's Rend. Devastate. Deals damage. Generates rage. Damage from your bleeds gives you rage. There's Shield Wall, not to be confused with Last Stand. Shield Wall and Shield Block Talents. Defensive stance reducing magic damage seems good. Revenge deals more damage. And even more when it's free. That's good. Healed for damage dealt by deep wounds. Oh. Or your damage you deal adds to your active ignore pain. Depending on which one you want. Prot gets Ravager. Everyone gets Ravager. What's the coolest thing the Prot Warriors get? Is it Spell Reflect? I mean, everybody does, but like, I've seen Prot Warriors do cool things with Spell Reflect. That'll be fun to play around with while leveling. Challenging Shout. Is there Thunder? Thunder something? Thunder Stomp? Is that not a button? Am I imagining it? Didn't used to just like stomp and then AoE? Wasn't that a thing? They got rid of it? Thunderclap? Is it still here? Thunderclap. Where's Thunderclap? Oh, I need to go into that side of the tree. If I got rid of Impending Victory. I could respec to get it now. If you have rend, it affects them with rend. That seems good. Yeah, let's like pull some points. We'll take intervene and thunderclap. There we go. Just to have it. It'll make me feel a little better. Because that might help me get... It doesn't cost any... Oh, it generates rage. It doesn't cost rage. That might help me get threat until I get enough rage to do revenge. And then intervene. That should definitely be a mouse over. Do I have mouse over turned on? I don't, but it should be. Let's make him a mouse over. Oh, goodness. Resisting the desire to add a yell to my intervene mouse over macro that says, I've got ya! Hold on there, scamp. Blue glowy icons. I think that's just when I search for something in the talent window, it's showing me which talents reference that name. Your local Applebee's, thank you for the 13-month resub. I really appreciate the support. Alright. We're in Halls of Stone. Look at all these shamans. Alright. Let's see here. That does help. That does help my rage and my aggro quite a bit. There we go. Hey, my damage isn't bad either. Ooh. Am I at the end? I am... No, I'm at the beginning. Alright, don't mind me and my talents. Yeah, that's so much more rage. Holy smokes. Okay, I like that a lot. Now I feel like I have too many options for buttons to press. I don't quite know what to do. I'll do this. I wonder what like a good like routine is for like the first couple of buttons to press when I first get in there. Like thunderclap, shield block, shield slam. Reasonable. Oh. Thunderclap, shield block, shield slam, and then maybe like ignore pain or revenge. Obviously we should press revenge procs when we get him. I should probably try to always have shield block up for when I shield slam. That seems like a good idea. Come back here, buddy. Shield block before charge? Oh, okay. Sometimes I don't have the rage. Oh, lots of casters. You know what'll work is demoralizing shout. This is probably when you want to like line of sight pull to gather stuff up. Oh, that one's just been running rampant. Alright. I have a Crystallis to go fight. Okay. Having a little bit of a hard time keeping aggro. The Revenge TC bleed spec for standing dungeons. Just run to the boss AoE. What's TC? I'm like checking Thunderclap. Found it. Figured it out. Got there in the end. Just mousing over each of them, reading them. Not you talking meters. Damage or balance and damage is wonky at low levels. Some tanks are often quite strong because of their uncapped or like not very capped AoE. A lot of classes, especially if they're quite low level, they won't even necessarily have AoE buttons yet. Well, that was a mess. That was a mess too. everybody would come with me. Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, the controllers controlled somebody. Okay. Alright, there's the shield block. There's the shield slam. I didn't have a charge yet. Hey, excuse me, over here. I'm your tank. If you would please face the front, then I will be giving you your safety demonstration. Please look at me. Thank you. There we go. Maiden of Grief time. Because I don't want to go do Bran yet. Hazel? Playing a tank? How you doing? I'm a Prot Warrior. Look at me go. Oh, I ignored pain first. Oops. Playing a new class, I feel like, always involves a lot of staring at my bars and wondering, like, so many options. It's like eating at a restaurant that you've never ordered from before and you're like, well, it's a big menu. These all look good. There is a right answer. The staff here are going to judge me for ordering the wrong thing. Some things are a trap. No, I'm not planning to teleport out and back in after the third boss to save time. I'm not trying to game that hard in my leveling pug. Alright, let's get out of there for a start. Excuse me, ma'am, could you come this way? I haven't intervened anybody yet. Oh, you know what it is? It's the hunter pet. I keep thinking, why am I losing so much aggro? And then I saw it spin and it hit the scorpion. I think that hunter pet's taunting. I mean, maybe it's the shaman ripping. It's possible, but... Floyd here now. Hello. How you doing? Okay. I have unspent talent points. I'll worry about it later. Okay. There's shield block. There's shield slam. Now what? Who else wants them? Whoa, you do. Okay, 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 okay. They're in front of me. That's good. My health is fine. Although I've been kind of trusting it on faith. I haven't really been keeping an eye on it. I think I need to put heroic throw in a mouse over as well. I think it would be really nice to be able to mouse over heroic throw without clicking to change target. Let's get Bran's silly quest. And then let's go ahead and have him get going. Oh man, this one takes ages, but what are you gonna do? Everybody's got the quest. That's good. I don't really need this one, but I am going to pull it just in case. Kara can bite off. You don't like it? Not your favorite? I get it mixed up with Cydia threads. I'm terrible at Arakara. Now we can probably go back into Frothing Berserker. Eventually I want Intimidating Shout because it sounds like a fun stop, like an AoE stop to have, but that's a layer me thing. Alright, Bran, you ready? This, I think, still takes fully 5 minutes. Which doesn't sound like long in the course of your life, but for a boss fight, it's an eternity. This is a good time to start asking your pugs about their life stories. You know, how are things going at work? Not often I see this many trolls in a group. That's true. Who you calling a troll? Aye. I still haven't intervened anybody yet. Nice go. So it intercepts them while I remain within 10 yards. Redirects all melee and ranged attacks, actually. So, like, if I saw a squishy priest and a bunch of web bolts were going out and I was really worried about them, I could intercept one of, like the healer or something. And then as long as I'm stacked on them, it's not bad. Does it count for, like, these little zippy zappy thingies? If I just, like, intervene here, will it, like, take all the zippy zaps? No, don't think it counts for that. I guess it's not an actual ranged attack, it's just environmental. As a main tank of 20 years now, it is always the hunter pet ripping aggro. Yeah, I don't mind as long as I know that's what's going on. Because, you know, if the hunter pet rips aggro and dies, that's really a them problem. And then if it's dead, then it's not ripping aggro anymore. I just need to make sure it's not like a DPS or, you know, healing. Why would you spend a global and intervene? So they don't have to spend a global on flash heal. I think everybody should play healer for at least one season, the same way that everybody should work, like, a retail job once in their lives. Just teaches you things about life and WoW. Plus, it's fun to flex to other roles and just see what's going on in their world. I'm never going to be a main tank. I don't enjoy being in melee enough, but it's really fun to just kind of, you know, pretend for a little bit. It's like putting on a costume. It's like playing dress up. Stepping into someone else's shoes and pretending. I learned that it's okay to blow defensive cooldowns and not make my healer hate their life. Don't think I could ever tank or heal in a pug? Too anxiety inducing. I feel that. I think we're getting towards the end of this. This is a very long dungeon. I think it's probably one that if you were really serious about your efficiency while leveling, you would probably leave if you queued into this. Or you would skip this boss, actually. That would probably be a better thing. Because you could do the rest of the bosses and the rest of the quests and just skip this one. It's just the inner completionist in me just wants to kind of do all of it. One time I played healer, I could not believe how much random avoidable damage people took. Yeah, it'll vary depending on how much someone's learning, you know, how many times they've been in a dungeon before, and also whether or not they've been getting away with it. If somebody only ever does like really low difficulty dungeons and you can kind of stand in avoidable damage and it's fine, then why would you stop doing that? You're doing more damage because you don't have to move. You know, it's easier if you don't have to move. If you can just have it be a healer problem, then some people will just live like that and it's fine. It's but once people get into dungeons where if you eat a single swirl, you're dead, when standing in a mechanic results in public death, people learn real quick. And by people, I mean me. Nothing like embarrassment to sear a mechanic into my brain and make me real careful next time. Okay, come on, Bran. Oh, you know what? I think you need him to open the door. I don't know if you can skip this. Just watching your hunter stand in the beam. They learn not to do that dungeon for a lot of people. Yeah, avoidance is tough, but some people learn. Every time I die, I try to learn. Sometimes I'm just salty, but I try and figure out if there's something I can do different next time, and over time it'll make you a better player. If that's something you're interested in. Not everybody is. Some people just kind of want to play however they're playing, and that's fine. And, you know, they spend their days, like, trying to do well at their jobs, or, like, with their families, or, like, in other areas of their lives. They just kind of want to log on to WoW and hit things. There's nothing wrong with that. Not everything has to be a big project. Also, I may have been healing as a Shadow Priest. I'm running. I'm hoofing it. I'm probably going to pull a Rune Giant. We'll see. If we don't have to, we don't have to. He's leaving. There can't possibly be any Mog I need in here, is there? Oh, I could have gotten male boots, although I don't know if they would have... I don't think they would have dropped for this character. Okay. Troll ration. Ignore me. So ignore pain consumes a flat amount of rage. I kind of used to think, also there's ads that I did not pay attention to. I kind of used to think that it consumed like a variable amount of rage, and it would do more depending on how much it consumed. I might be confusing it with the Guardian Druid thing though. Cool, alright. Here's the quest, and then we can turn in a couple more over here. Helpful goods. Gloves, very helpful. I had white gloves on. That will do me some good. Oh, I pulled. Lucky for me, I'm the tank. Thank you, everybody. It was fun. I want to spend my talent point. Level 23. Using Shield Slam gives you more damage. Revenge deals more damage. Or the magic damage thing, but right now I want to do damage. It'll help me keep aggro. What is this Troll Warrior's backstory? That's a good question that I haven't fully figured out yet. I don't know if I will. His backstory might be that he looks awesome and he tanks dungeons. He's a very troll-themed troll. He's definitely... I was going to say Darkspear themed, but he's literally wearing a Blood Hunter chest piece, which is not very Darkspear. Alright. That didn't feel as fast. I guess he's up to 23, and we started at 10 today. It's not nothing. Perhaps I shouldn't expect to be completely finished with leveling in one day, the way that we did during Remix. Trolls need to be able to use a spear and shield. That would be really cool. What dungeons do I want to do? Do I want to tank more of them? Do I want to get better ones? I was queued for a BC dungeon. It just didn't pop in so long that it gave me a Wrath one instead. Supposedly at level 30 we'll be able to... Should I be questing somewhere? What's an expansion that would be fun for me to quest through as prod? What have I not done in ages? BFA? I haven't done BFA in a long time. Or I could just go to the Dragon Isles, actually. That's something they have you do. BC questing is so long. BC questing takes forever. I feel you got 2 levels. Yeah, I'm gonna try a little Dragon Isles questing. It's been long enough, right? Are we nostalgic for it yet? You never have to leave Hellfire. Wrath quests have an XP boost. But they're Wrath quests. What about Shadowlands? Pick a covenant, you know? Oh yeah, WoD's a good point too. WoD's got very on-rails quests, and then you could get a garrison. But I'm Horde. It would be a Horde garrison. I hate the Horde garrison. Can't be mists. Alright, I'll try WoD. I'll try it. See if they can port me out. At least he'll get a garrison Hearthstone setup, which he might want at some point in his life. Maybe. Oh, we're probably going in into the portal room. Dragon Isles isn't too bad. Leveled 6 tunes to 70 in about 4 days of playing with the mentor buff. The last day's my Zygor sub before it expires. Do up to the WoD garrison and then a BC to vibe to the Hellfire soundtrack. Let's see. Yeah, we'll at least get a garrison. You can skip Tanen jungle, right? They're not about to make me do Tanen jungle, are they? That would be awkward. Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling. I know you can skip Tanen jungle. Whether or not I'm about to is another question. Oh, Salt Flop. Oh no, Salt Flop's gone. What is that port? That just ports me back to Orgrimmar. Because I feel like sometimes I would just, like, take the portal to Ashran and fly. Or even flight path your way. This might be a good experience. Although you can't dragon ride in here. I haven't done the Tanen jungle intro in so long. Oh boy, here we go again. Because yeah, I used to... There have been various ways throughout the years to skip this. There was the cave, the underwater cave. At a certain point you could just like get ported or summoned there. And then if you flew to the place you could start the garrison quest. But it might be fast experience actually. It might be good leveling. Supposedly the best intro for XP. The fact that I can't skyride here is kind of bumming me out. But I do know, you know, I've done this enough times in my life to be vaguely familiar with what we're trying to do. Playing Horde, last thing I expected. Some of my alts are Horde. I don't really think about it too much, because it doesn't seem to really matter. The only time I notice that my friends are Horde is if we do a key and I'm trying to trade them loot and I forget to give it to them into the dungeon, and then I find them in Dornogal and then I go, oh wait, you're my mortal enemy. I'll have to get it to you in the next one. Yeah, the Troll Prot Warrior's goal is to tank at least the 4 War Within dungeons of the current season on either Mythic 0 or like a low-key difficulty for the sake of the Elgari Dungeoneer achievement. That's the main goal here. Anything else that we accomplish along the way is all well and good, fun and games. You know, if we're having a good time, there's nothing to say we can't do more, but this will be our tank alt du jour. Then you don't give them loot for RP purposes. Oh, when my friends need the loot, nah, they still get it. Sorry, I gotta disenchant it now. It's not up to me. Blame Garrosh? Question mark? At least you can skip all these little cutscenes. I was gonna take a break at some point, and I've been having too much fun, so I haven't done it. I've been sitting still. It's 11 o'clock, though. I probably should, like, stretch my legs or something. I will be right back. Okie dokie. Also, there was a big ol' pet bed cam with no pet in it. Nobody here to hang out with Hazel. Didn't expect it to be a Prot Warrior. He just looks so cool. And it's very different from what I've been doing in War Within so far. A little out of my normal wheelhouse. So he's level 24. Tanking's been going good. We did a handful of dungeons, right? Like 3 or 4? I feel like we were doing pretty good. I got him a weak aura to track his shield block and another one to track his ignore pain. I got a couple of items. I'm doing the Tanen jungle intro for reasons that I'm quickly forgetting. Something unlock the garrison, something fast experience. I will probably do some more. I don't expect this to take me the rest of the hour. I'll queue up for another one. We'll find something to queue up for. I'm hoping to get to 30 so that I can queue for a time walking dungeon. Someone told me I could queue those at 30 and I'm holding on to hope that they're right. Oh, how many channel points? I hate to break it to you, but the channel points don't hold a lot of value. They mean more to you than they do to me in the kindest possible way. You want to see my warrior? Isn't he cool? He's the gloves and bracers and stuff have not been monked because I've gotten some upgrades, but he's using what a dude. I love this shield. I think it's so cool. Plus I spent something close to 100k gold to buy it off that vendor, so I'm by golly gonna be using it. Darn tootin' pulling it out. We need to burn things. We could turn off Angrier World Quest for now. Have you considered and bought the Sweet Harvest Golem mod? Come on, join Team Golem. A couple of my friends have it. It's a very cool set. I feel like I gotta save my tender. Is there a moose emoji in our future? Arisun, thank you for the 38-month resub. Future? Probably. Near future. I wouldn't hold out for it. Yeah, we need more heroic leaping. That's the stuff. Not bought a single thing for 2 months now in the trading post. I figure every month that I can save tender is a gift in disguise. I just don't know it yet. Every month that I don't like the stuff is perfect because it means that I can hold out for something really good. Although it's possible that I end up swinging too far in that direction and I do nothing but hold out and then nothing's ever good enough for me and then I never buy anything. Even then I would still be getting the fill the bar rewards at least. Haven't seen Kira. She was here this morning. She was here earlier this stream. She's around. If there's any health updates, I will make a post somewhere and then have a chat link if there's anything really important. Me currently, I think. Bought a ton of Dogecoin for my channel points. She's out front. She's been hanging out with me a little bit less since we've taken the gate down because now there's so many more places that she could come chill while I'm streaming. Must have every single last item from the Christmas trading post. Do we know what it's gonna have yet? Have we seen it, or are we just assuming that it's gonna be very festive? I didn't burn enough of the Bleeding Hollow huts. I kind of felt bad. And also I forgot. He needs a ground mount. The Dreadwing is great for a flying mount, but on the off chance that he's ever riding a ground mount, he needs like a like a panther or a raptor or something. The Zulian panther's kind of sick. That's from High Priestess Kulnara. We farmed. This was a tough farm. Wow, I forgot how old that model is. That one really did not get super updated when it came out in Cataclysm. RTS Planner, thank you very much for the 51-month resale. Wasn't it data mined? Christmas-themed weapons? Candy cane staff, present axe. I must have missed the WoW head post. I need them. Inksy with a candy cane staff would be so cute. She could use a little festive mog. The cat thing actually morbidly enough, or not morbidly, but just reminds me I need to pay down my credit card today to make sure I have lots of balance available for when I take her to the vet this week. Otherwise, you have to do the thing where you call your bank to get your daily transaction limit waived for the day. It's like a fraud protection thing, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I hope Queen Onseret gets a little Santa hat. Oh yeah, which Nearbar Palace bosses do we think really need them? Also, I think I'm disconnecting. Christmas tree polearm. Ophenax. Oh man, I think I like it on like the big chunky bosses. I think Ulgrax, Ovanax, maybe Rashanon, yeah. Come on, Ulgrax with Christmas hats. My favorite thing ever was when they put 3, it was at least 3, right, on Denathrius because they stuck him on his little horns. My game's crashing. I gotta restart it. Making a note for myself for after stream. I need to add a sleigh now. I want a big one that lots of friends and guildies can ride on, like a carriage. Imagine your raid leader pulling up in the big ol' raid night bus, and everybody gets to pick their seats and like hop into it, and then you guys all go on a big old bus ride to get to your raid. I would be, even if it wasn't a mount, I would be happy if they just put that in the beginning of a raid, you know? Especially if it like gave everybody a food buff for free. You know, like the bus itself gives you snacks. Like the Magic School Bus ports you to the raid. I would enjoy that a lot. I love that the WoD Garrison had like a war table. And one time we had a guild meeting there and like different people could like sit down in the different chairs around the table. I enjoyed that a lot. Like the one we get to ride around the city with the reindeers. Yeah! Get 2 levels learning stuff, leveling Dragonflight tailoring? Maybe. It sounds like it's going to cost me more than 7 gold though. I'm willing to spend up to 7 gold leveling. Anything more than that and it gets sus because I could do it for free. Happy Thanksgiving weekend, fellow Canadian and other Canadians in chat. Happy Thanksgiving weekend. I am making my special Thanksgiving bread today. I've discovered recently most cat furniture is sized only for kittens. My 25-pound cat is not fitting through a 3-inch hole. Your 25-pound cat? Have you considered that maybe it's not the cat furniture and that you have inadvertently adopted a young bobcat? It's just a lynx. That's a huge cat. Holy smokes. I'm thinking like 3 inches. Kira could probably squeeze through 3 inches. She can really slink. And she's a grown-up. Oh, she's also meowing at me. Maine Coon. Prot Warrior is fun to play. Hope you enjoy it. It's been fun so far. This leveling has been alright. Siberian or a Maine Coon. It's a Bengal, but instead of being a Bengal cat, it's just a Bengal tiger. Here, reflect you on camera. Kitty cat. Well, you're not a kitty cat. You're not a kitty cat at all. What's up, Buttercup? Hi. Oh, you're so warm. Were you sleeping? How did you get so warm? He's got like one warm side. Hi, baby. Oh, there's Miss Kira. Kitty cat, don't let the dog put you up. I'm right here. Oh, she's getting on the shelf. There she is. Kitty, you're not a plushie. You're not a plushie. You can come sit in my lap, though. Come. See, give her some space. Don't eat your own. You woke up. You're not sleepy anymore. We had a very exciting walk this morning because we ran into a big old deer again. We didn't like run into him, but we would have if Moose had had his way. Because if it was up to him, it would have been a collision. Okay, I don't know if either of them are gonna settle down here. Moose is right here, and Kitty is... I think she just wants to sit under the desk. It's warm under there because of my foot warmer. I'm just happy they're both hanging out with me. I feel special. There are definitely things I want to work on in myself and in my life, but whenever I'm just like having lunch or something and I've got both Moose and Kira right there with me at the same time, I think we're doing something right. we're doing just fine. Hi. Moose's ears are really soft. They're so soft. Hi, Karga. How you doing? He had the weapon prosthetic before it was cool. How's yoga? Yoga's good. Yoga was kind of hard this morning. I was having a difficult time. I was practicing at home. I thought I would get up early and practice at home the same way that I would get up early and practice in studio. And it's like hard to focus on stuff at home. I got on the mat and I got started and I made it, I don't know, 2/3 through, halfway through. It was fine. I feel better for having done something, but I definitely didn't do my full practice. I was having a hard time breathing through it, which is always trouble, because if you're not getting enough air, you're gonna have a really hard time continuing. Slightly fat, legitimately has a huge frame. I believe you. Some cats are just big. Something better than nothing. That is true. That is true. I'm trying to remind myself that the only goal I have is to show up and to keep showing up. The biggest fear I have is that I stop showing up and I quit. So as long as I'm showing up and trying, it is okay if it doesn't go well. It's okay if I don't accomplish anything in particular, as long as I keep showing up. If I can learn that lesson properly, then maybe I can apply it elsewhere in my life. What you doing, buddy? Are you just hanging out? My dog is so cute, I can die. He's such a sweetheart. Yep, he's gonna sleep right there. I should adjust the camera to give it a more like high up and wide angle so that we can still see Moose even if he's like just on the floor. Yeah, I wonder if I could like adjust it. Let me see. What angle does that look like? Is there a moose in there? Sort of. That's the corner of my office featuring the litter box. Wow. Hold for applause. And then in the bottom left-hand corner, that dark lump is my dog. That's where he's decided to lay down. My chair is right here. So that's what we're doing. I don't think I'm gonna keep that angle. It's a little too litter box heavy. You know, Kira deserves privacy. You can't just be filming the entrances to litter boxes over here. I remember the days where you couldn't wait to get a dog, and I think you got exactly what you wanted in a dog. When I go back and think about it, I was so dog crazy. I had an enormous dog-sized hole in my heart where I just wanted a dog to love so badly. And then I got a dog. And I love him a lot. I love him all the time. By the time I go to the gym, horrendous interior pelvic tilt and I'm over it. Out of the house 15 hours a day. Only 2 days off, I can't commit. Yeah, your schedule I could see would make it super hard. It's so much easier to work on stuff like that when you go, though. I totally agree. I made no progress in any kind of a exercise or fitness regime aside from maybe an every other day jog until I started actually going somewhere. Yeah, it was worth the wait. It's crazy to think of how different things could have been if I'd had a different dog. I think any dog would have been good because any dog I could have loved. But different dogs will have different challenges and things that are easier and hard for them. And they're all so individual. I can't imagine my dog not being Moose. I can't imagine Moose being somebody else's dog. What if they didn't understand? What if they didn't let him Moose? He's not the cleanest behaved dog, but he's pretty good. But we've definitely taken an approach of letting him be a dog and do dog things within reason. And tried to balance that with training. And I think he might not have had that experience everywhere. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but it's what we did with him. What if your Moose was a dog, though? Predicting parrot for the next Hazel Pet Obsession. I think the right time to get a parrot is when you're 14 years old, so that you can have it your whole life. I think that I like watching videos of people with parrots and that have been bird people their whole lives, but I don't think that that's me. I admire the bond a lot, but I think I'm dogs and cats. Or dog and cat. And maybe the occasional fish. Or what if your dog was actually a moose? He is a moose. Can I see his paw? You got warm feet, bud. Oh. He's so dramatic. I know a lot of dogs are, but it's so funny to me. I'm gonna have to give him a special treat when I come home tonight because he's gonna be a little peeved that he doesn't get to come to Thanksgiving dinner because it's being held at a place that doesn't allow dogs. I knew someone with a dog and butterfly. We're talking like a Chihuahua named Butterfly or somebody that kept like a pet lepidopterous insect, like an actual butterfly. Don't they not live that long? I mean, I guess people keep the praying mantises that live for less than a year. Don't you on my chair? Don't you do it? I liked keeping bugs when I was a kid. I liked beetles. I don't know if I ever learned how to take care of them properly, though. It was like a science class project, but they didn't really... Standards for insect care, I think, were not the same as they are now. People keep tarantulas, too. Absolutely unspeakable. Yeah, not my thing, but I do know people that do it. I think it's cool. I just not for me, near me, or on me is my general policy with large spiders. That is great if it stays over there. Alright. I think we're... Actually, no, we're not that close. I was going to say we're almost done this intro, and then I can go back to tanking dungeons. Because as it turns out, this has not been that fast. I'm still only level 20. I mean, I guess we're up 2 levels. We might get 4 levels by the time we get out of this. I dream sometimes about adopting a group of older male cats and naming them after famous wizards. I feel like they wouldn't have to. I see the fantasy. I feel like you could also have female cats too, especially if they're already bonded. There's some good names there. That'd be great. I love senior kitties. I mean, I love all the kitties, but senior kitties can often be so chill. And they just want like a place to vibe. Somebody to wait on them. Somebody to respect their majesty. If you're gonna have an exotic pet, make sure to get one that can escape and ruin the ecosystem. Like goldfish. There was some operation to try to remove invasive goldfish from some water system where they'd gotten in because people had released pets into there. And goldfish are carp. And they can really mess up ecosystems. Should never flush them or never release live pets into the wild. Terrible idea. Kittens are absolute demons. It's been too long since I've had a kitten. I've forgotten how awful they are. I'm gonna get a kitten one day and I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that's right, this is hell. I forgot. Can't wait to find a new apartment. I want a cat. Refer to them as the council. I think I need to pull it much bigger, if possible. So let's kind of like grab you, and you, and then you, and you. There we go. Normalizing shout. That's probably more efficient. Yeah, I've heard of people going spearfishing for lionfish to eat, and because of how invasive they are, just getting tons of them. I didn't pick a good Hearthstone for this guy, actually. That's one area in which I'm lacking. He's got the Deep Dweller's Earthen Hearthstone right now, because I thought it looked vaguely warrior-like, but like, it's not a great match. And I was kind of paging through all my different cosmetic Hearthstones, and I couldn't quite find something I was really excited about. Do you think Kira would react better to a kitten than Moose? Or is she just not into any animals? I have no idea how she would react to another cat. As far as I know, she has not encountered another cat in person since she was a kitten at the shelter with the other kittens there. I don't think she's seen one since. She's smelled another cat, because for a while there was like a neighbor's cat that would like hang out right outside our door and meow under like the window. And I feel like she could sense that there was a cat there, and she seemed interested, but I don't know if she was interested in a let me meet you way or in a let me end you kind of way. It's hard to tell. And I wasn't about to let them meet, because I don't know the background of the details in that cat, and my cat is indoors only. And there are, you know, diseases cats can get, so I don't know. But I feel like I stressed her out enough by getting a puppy. I think I owe it to her to not change anything for as long as I can possibly get away with. What shield is that? This is, thank you for asking, this is the Royal Witch Doctor's Guard. I bought it off of Mistress Julon back when she was available during Dragonflight. It would be a black market auction house item now, with sometimes I think a recolor available in the trading post. And that's why I made a Troll Prot Warrior, is because I knew I had that shield and I really wanted to wear it. Do you think Moose would befriend a tarantula? I think he wants to befriend a lot of creatures. I think he has innocent intentions with a lot of creatures, but he confirmed eats spiders. He plays with them like a cat. He'll boop them with his nose and carry them around with his mouth and then spit them out and then chase them and tap them with his paws. He might be a cat. That's like a cat thing to do. But I also don't know how Kira would navigate meeting another cat because she can't see them anymore, and I feel like not being able to observe body language makes it a lot harder. Probably not impossible, but trickier to navigate in an introduction because she can't see what they're doing. So I'm just gonna keep things nice and stable for her, I think. Cat software on dog hardware. I've seen that meme a lot as it relates to huskies. People like to joke that huskies have cat software on dog hardware. Well, so you're part husky. I could call you a husky mix and it wouldn't be strictly a lie. You've got some husky in there. Almost as much husky as you have anything else. Oh man, we saw a huge German Shepherd walking down the street, and every time Moose just goes, whoa. They don't usually want to say hi. They're not often friendly whenever we do run into them, so usually they just kind of walk by and then Moose just stares at them in awe, but mostly Shepherd IMO. 24% Shepherd was the DNA test result, depending on how much we trust those. What is it, honey? What? But yeah, he's got some Shepherd mannerisms for sure. That seems crazy to me. Do you want to see the breakdown? I always like showing it because I find it really fascinating. Especially if I can pull up a big picture of him. What? What are you grunting about? Tell me of your troubles. You can't steal my plushies. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't. Not for you, buddy. I. But yeah, it was the biggest chunk of any given thing in his DNA that they found. Let me get like a good photo in the light just for reference. Actually, here's a funny video. Go, Moose, go. Yeah, he does look pretty Shepherd, like he's got the colors for sure. This is unrelated, but just because I wanted to share it. This is a very short video of Moose throwing his ball to Kira when he was playing and just like romping after getting home from a walk, and then Kitty having none of it 'cause she's sitting on the couch. He's squeaking his ball. He throws it to her. And then she's like, no! And he's like, what did I do? Can I get it? I don't think I can get that. I think that ball's gone now. I think I fished it out for him. It's only a 13-second clip. He gives her toys sometimes, and she's never having any of it. Because she doesn't know what happened. She's blind. She can't see him. She obviously knows he's playing with a toy, but whenever she feels anything touch her, she's like, absolutely not. But he's getting much better at respecting her space, which is nice. I want like a really good Moose picture. What do I got here? What do I got? Like a really big Moosey video. Yeah. So yeah, that's what he looks like. Where is, hang on a second. I have the reference, I have his breakdown. Dog DNA tests are not really a super established science, but we did research and found the one that was reputed to be the most accurate, and this was the breakdown they found for him. So he came in at 24% Shepherd, 19% Husky, or Malamute, and 16% Husky, and then some pity breeds in there as well, with 5% Lab, 7% Cattle Dog, and then just like a mix of stuff. Total mix. He's from the SPCA. He's a shelter pup. We don't know what his backstory was. We don't know where he came from. We think he, based on the shelter description, it seemed like as a puppy he spent at least a tiny bit of time on the streets, but we don't really know how long. He's been spoiled most of his life. But yeah, he's a cutie. He's real sweet. That's my baby boy. He's about 72 pounds. He's pretty large. He's not enormous, but he's pretty large. He's grown into himself. Coat's so pretty, looks so clean. Aw. I brushed him last night and then I brushed him again this morning because he looked really happy when I started brushing him. When he was a puppy, I've never been a puppy. When he was a puppy and I would brush him, he would kind of do the mom stop thing. And he would get really worked up and kind of like ticklish and antsy, and I could only brush him for like 30 seconds at a time. But last night he was feeling real cuddly and I got at the brush and I just like really gently brushed out as much of his fur as I could, and he was like wagging his tail and kind of leaning into it, and I went, oh, it's so cute. So I brushed him again this morning because tons of fur comes off every time I do it. So I feel like every swipe of the brush is saving me a tiny bit of vacuuming. He sheds so much. But I knew that. I knew that when I got him. I knew what I was getting into. Bless Kira. No idea that ball was coming her way. Moose only wanted to play with her. Sometimes he'll just like nudge things in her direction. He tries to give her like his dogwood. He tries to give her his toys. He's so sweet. He's so cute. And she's just like, stay away from me. Whatever you do, don't touch me. Has he been on dog Tinder? I think he went out to the front again. Leveling in one a little bit. I was hoping doing the Tanen intro would be pretty fast. I neglected to take into account how slow I am in doing this. I've been here for a while. I want to do at least one dungeon after I get out of here. We're almost at the end. Yeah. We'll at least, well, actually, will I unlock the Hearthstone? There's going to be a couple quests on the other end to unlock the Hearthstone. I should at least make it that far. I hate the Horde garrison. It's so cold. The Alliance one has like a big stone wall. And the Horde one just has like a little spiky fence. Yeah. The thing that I normally do when I'm thinking more clearly for the garrison is I take the Stormwinder Orgrimmar portal to Ashran and then I just fly there. I just fly to the garrison spot and you can just pick up the quests and start them that way. And that bypasses the whole Tanen thing without having to do anything too funky. But this time I thought maybe it'll be fine to do the quests. Maybe it'll not take too long. This way. I'm sure it's giving me items that might... those are all kind of in heirloom slots, aren't they? I think today we're going to go from 11 to I was going to say maybe 30, but I think level 30 is kind of a big ask. It's already 11:38. I have 22 minutes. I don't know if I can do 4 levels in 22 minutes. Do the Legion skip? Yeah, that's a smart thing to do too. Pardon me. Alright, almost there. Enormous tank time. I'm not too fussed though if it takes a while for me to get this character to level 70 or level 80 because the entire time, you know, I'm bonding with him. I'm learning how to play him. I'm getting used to the buttons one at a time. Getting to know him a little better. When I get, I mean, I had a boost I could have used, but when I get an alt level too fast, I don't have any connection with them and I have a hard time staying motivated to play them. Oh, you can fight the cannon turrets on his shoulders. Maybe. I think that's a range thing. Oh well. So they have you climb the chains. Oh. I was just about to talk a big game about how easy it was to just, you could fly up them on a mount. And then I fell. Not again. There we go. WoD Dungeons? No, I'll probably get the Garrison and then change back to, like, what, TBC? Wrath, maybe? I feel like I could tank a mean Hellfire Ramparts. You can't skip these cutscenes. Back when you used to have to level through each expansion, I used to be kind of excited whenever I got to a new, like, expansion's intro zones because it would make me feel like I'd actually gotten that character leveled up somewhere, because when you used to have to level to 60 before they even let you start TBC stuff, you know, going to Outland and getting on your first flying mount felt like a really big deal. I wonder if WoD leveling is still the fastest thing. I know that was recommended for a long time, but they've made some pretty big changes since then. And sometimes, like, outdated information can cling on for, like, a really long time. I think during the anniversary event, the time walking will be the fastest thing, but that's, like, a temporary thing. Legion's fastest nowadays. Why is that? What is it about it that makes it faster? Genuinely curious. Yeah. Alts used to feel like a project. It used to be something that you kind of had going on your login screen for like a while before it got to endgame. You wouldn't just see one of your friends pop up on like a max level character out of nowhere and go, "Wait, you have a mage now?" or whatever it is. You would know because they would have been leveling it for the past like 3 weeks. I think I missed a whisper. It got reloaded. The thing I don't like about doing Legion is I don't like doing the artifact quest lines, and I know you don't have to, but I feel like some of the artifact and the class order hall stuff kind of slows you down a little bit. Getting the artifacts themselves, I think, can take like a long time and not give you that much experience. And I just feel bad. Like either holding the quest and not doing it, or having the NPCs like hound me around Dalaran every time I go back there. Did the fly around Earth and leveling worked pretty well, I guess. I think it's kind of cute, this idea that everybody, or not everybody, but lots of people are making Earthen and then just taking them on like a lovely little tour, showing them the rest of the world. Monk artifact quest pester is particularly bad. He guilt trips you. Oh hey, it's a rare. It's a rare right there. I remember when WoD first started, it felt like, wow, the whole expansion's gonna be like the Timeless Isle with rares and treasures. I think getting rend is good because it'll be applied with my thunderclap. Is he back? What if I pull him out of the cave? No! I think maybe I have to unlock the garrison in order for that guy to not phase. That's so funny that like as soon as you exit the cave, he's like, yeah, I'm right here. Any minute now. Just come in. Grand Master will make me paint the temple again if I don't deliver this message. Wish me luck for Dragon Soul Sunday. Oh. Good luck, good luck. Hopefully it's your last time. Earthen, Halazin, Candy Bucket Tour. Easy leveling. Yeah, that would work really good. I don't know what I would make an Earthen, really. I had some notions about doing a warrior, but I guess this is my new warrior. I don't really want 2 new warriors. I like the way that he hits his battle shout. He looks like he just really needs to let it out. Alright, 1 garrison, please. I think they might need me to do like 3 quests, but we're basically almost there. Oh, at some point, actually, I got some gold from doing all of these. We're up to like 500 gold. I could buy some more bags if I ever start running out of bag space. Yeah, they do the tree marking thing. I thought I was gonna tank another dungeon. I'm running out of time. I can't stay late today. I have to start prepping food for dinner later. I gotta start my bread so it's ready on time. I think I know which song you're talking about. There must be a raid leader out there somewhere that sings that whenever they ask for a battle shout buff in raid. I would join that raid. We have a musical raider. One of our guildies is filled with song snippets and references. You'll be fine. Tanks get instant queues. Listen, just do it real quick. Send it. Yeah, it's really good. I don't do it in guild or in raid necessarily because I need people to continue to want to do dungeons with me. But when I'm just like in the privacy of my own home, I make up little snippets of songs all the time. And sometimes they're like modeled after the tunes of existing songs and sometimes they're new. They're always very like something you'd expect to hear on Winnie the Pooh, you know? We're not talking classical music epics. Sometimes they're actually after tunes from Winnie the Pooh. There's a moose classic that is accentuated by petting him alternately on each side of him, and you go, he's a pup 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 pup, and he's gonna pup 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 pup. Actually, I can't tell if that's the Winnie the Pooh song or if there's a K-pop song. Sure, they're very clever. What size is your main monitor? 27 inches, 3840 by 2160 resolution. Only 60 hertz at best. First read your title is Trolling a Prot Warrior. Listen, we're trolling as a Prot Warrior. Joke's on anybody who queues into the group, because I'm tank. Come on, Gronlings. Can you tell the difference for WoW? I think so, but like, it's for me, it's more just to be able to review 4K video content if I'm making YouTube videos in 4K. I just like having the option of doing that. But I think it makes it look nice. I think if you were not worried about the 4K though, you would be very well off to do a higher refresh rate. That's usually considered to be a better thing for visual fidelity for gaming. What made you start leveling a Prot Warrior? I wanted a tank to play in the War Within for just like a little bit, just for the Algari Dungeoneer achievement. Just do like 4 dungeons this patch and 4 dungeons next patch. Get a little transmog set, and then I figure anything else that we want to do is bonus. Anything else is gravy. Also have some food to prep. Have a great holiday, Hazel and Canadian peeps. Happy Thanksgiving! Oh man. It's making me hungry. Should have a vaguely light lunch to save room for dinner, but hungry. Can't have too light of a lunch or you're not going to make it until dinner. You know it's going to be close to Halloween soon? You can sing, it's the moose. The monster moose. The monster moose. He's got some good ones. Alright, there's a garrison. Let's go. If I use the Hearthstone. Oh no, I haven't quite unlocked it. Gotta go turn in like one more quest. They have to actually give it to you in game before it starts to work. There we go. Now I think it would do that. So I think if I did want a quest later, this is a good spot to be doing it in. But for the moment, he can actually use his regular Hearthstone to get back to the Valley of Strength. Change his Chromitom real quick. I only have like 8 minutes. I made a mistake. I turned on account mode in ATT. My percentage is plummeted. Turn it off! Turn it off! I keep it on a keybind. I have a keybind to just toggle it on and off so I can like quickly check. It takes a second. It hangs up a little bit every time I ask it to change, but I like to just check back and forth to see how much I have required on that character versus on my whole account. Alright. Tank into TBC dungeon. Real quick. I need to spend a talent point. Spell reflection! It seems good. We'll have to reflect at least one cast. Dungeons only last 5 minutes, trust. Last time I couldn't even get into one. I had to wait until they expanded my search queue to other expansions and then it stuck me in a Wrath dungeon. Then I had to help Bran in the halls of stone. Wow, he's got 650 gold now though. That's pretty nice. And he just vendored stuff for another 100. These don't vendor for that much. But I can get him 3 more deep sea bags. They're down to 129 now. I still have not looked into the profession bags for my main in the War Within yet. At some point I'm gonna have the acuity to burn and I should get them sorted. Seems like a good idea. Oh, so much bag space. So satisfying. Doesn't need it for much right now, but that's okay. Alright, come on, dungeon. It's the healers is the problem. I've been saying this for years. Yeah, priest is my current main. I've been playing Holy and Shadow in almost equal amounts. I started out more healing in this expansion, but I've had more chances to play Shadow recently. I don't know, man. I don't know. We made it to level 28. I was gonna say we can do time walking dungeons next week, but I don't know if we can. Next week is the War Within Dungeon event, and it's a PvP brawl. I don't think we're gonna have time walking next week. I think he's gonna be on his own. He's gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Tank and heal. I need a healer for them to let me in. Shadow is really fun right now. I'm enjoying it a lot. I haven't tried Voidweaver yet, though. The Wowhead Priest Guide hasn't been updated since September, so I don't know what to think. My friend told me that they were fairly even right now, so I've just been sticking with Archon because I already know how to play that. Oh, there we go. We're in. Well, maybe. We need these DPS to be awake. Alright, Blood Furnace. Battle Shout. Pick up the quest. Off and away. Let's go. Ooh, 3 quests. Nice. I'm spell reflecting. That fireball's not gonna hit me. Last stand. Holy smokes. Ignore pain. Ignore additional pain. Demoralizing shout. Okay, alright. I will not pull that much. Also, is my healer zoned in? I'm not sure if they're here. Oh, there they are. There's a dragon. Alright. I will pull more conservatively. Hi. Thank you. Okie dokie. Anything new coming to the Hell's End event? I don't know. Sometimes we don't find out until it actually goes live. Are those auto attacks hitting hard again? Maybe. Could be the case. Alright. Yeah, we'll do one pull at a time as best as we can here. And I'll try to ignore pain a little more. It's possible I pulled pretty fast. It's possible they were like loading or something. Can I line of sight it all back here? So Spell Reflect is a really short cooldown. It doesn't last that long though. I think I missed that one. So we can stop the summon. I can't get those. I'm thinking. Alright, that's fine. These guys are also melees. I'm gonna shield block. Yep, good. Maybe we need to get like Norpain going. Spell Reflect is so fun. I need a Weakcore to throw me a party if I actually successfully Spell Reflect something. I'm gonna require that. Oh, I used my kick already. It's okay, we killed it. Bling! There we go, I got him! I sent it back to him, I saw it, I was watching for it. I saw it. Get one that announces to everybody that you spell reflected. I need to whisper myself. I don't know if the game lets your character whisper yourself. I just needed to tell me. I did it. So this area has bombs that are quite painful. I'm just gonna try and do a little bit at a time here so we can maybe live this room. Yeah, Prevoker's so fun, I totally agree. Oh, I reflected, but someone actually interrupted, so we're all good. was a little last stand. Shield block. Wow, he died real fast. Somebody's doing huge damage, that's for sure. Do you not have to let those guys out of their rooms anymore? Is it, there's people in the different... Oh, no, that's the next room. That's right. I was gonna say. That's not quite right. I'm having a little bit of a hard time with the aggro thing. There's 2 hunters. I can pretend it's their pets. That might be true. Sometimes it's hunter pets. Yeah, the Old War time walking raid is a good idea to do at least once. I didn't, but it's a good idea. I think I'm like 1 for 3 on reflecting stuff, but that's okay. The important thing is that we're trying. Wow, there's so much to look at. Alright. Are we ready for the double pack? See if it come back. Friend talked me into an 8 stone vault. Oh, you're gonna have a great time. On 8, you don't have tyrannical yet, so that's kind of nice. The trash in there is totally, completely fine as long as you have like 47 ways to AoE stop a whole group of trash from casting. So, you know, you get your knocks and your kicks and your stuns and your fears and like, you just kind of do that the whole pull and everything's fine. I'm really spoiled because my group is quite good usually about not letting any cast get off, and then if anything does, I'm like, wait, I didn't know this could happen. It does how much damage? A time walking raid with a warrior with a vulgar macro that said blank mages every time they press their cooldowns. Oh. Best is a +4. Ah, you got this. 8's the best thing to do right after 4, you know? Recommendations for gaming chairs. That's a tough one because I find a lot of the like bucket seat racing style gaming chairs are not really that comfortable to use for long periods of time. I find that the most ergonomic office chair, like a task chair that you can afford, is usually a good bet. But it's hard if you don't have a big budget because the good ones are very, very expensive. I'm sitting in an embody. And that's a pretty spendy chair, so I can't just like recommend that people get them because it's like a rent payment for people. Long stream today? No, I'm definitely ending stream on time. I was just gonna do one more dungeon. Or this was the one more dungeon. I'm gonna pull and then like line of sight, I think. See if I can get these guys to all kind of come in, group up a little bit. And then I feel like Spell Reflect is good here because somebody's gotta... I would have spell reflected that Shadow Bolt if I had any aggro at all on that caster. I don't know if I want to grind for 2.5k or wait until the next expansion so I can get the transmog effect reward easily by doing mythic raid. Love my embody, love my Bant. I like my embody a little better now that I've got it, I think, adjusted better. I think before I had too much tilt tension on it. And I need to be able to fidget a little bit to help my back feel better. But I don't know if anything is going to feel perfect to sit in for like 8 hours a day, because I don't think we're supposed to be sitting for 8 hours a day. Your body's not really built for it. Yeah, so Spell Reflect only reflects 1. Not that anybody said it was going to do more, but I was kind of hoping. That is... I'm level 29, yeah. That's much faster experience. I think in this case I am going to teleport out and back in. Not leave instance group, that's different. Something that chair has helped me learn is I have always had way too much freedom to recline. I needed more stiffness and a block to say no recline past this point. Yeah. I like the lower back support on it, and I like that there's nothing forcing my head forward any more than it already wants to go. Yeah. You can sometimes find them used as well. People will, like, they maintain their integrity pretty well. And secondhand ones are expensive, but not as expensive as brand new ones. Alright. Thank you. I've often wanted to try an Aeron instead of the Embody to see if it would fit my own back better, but not enough to... I guess I would just have to go, like, try one in the store somewhere. It's not enough to want to actually buy one. No, and I already have a pretty good chair. But I used to think that I was uncomfortable sitting at my desk because I hadn't quite nailed down the chair yet. And I think part of it was the chair needed adjusting, and part of it was just that, like, my body was so cramped and, like, tight, and, like, my legs were so tight that they didn't even want to sit properly, let alone stretch out. And working on stretching out my hamstrings and moving more has helped me be more comfortable sitting, because I don't feel like I need to fold into the fetal position at all times anymore. I gotta go. It's time for me to go. I'm all done for the day. I made it to level 29. I appreciate the company very much. I had a lovely day. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving to my fellow Canadians out there. I hope you have a lovely holiday weekend. I appreciate the company. I'll be back on Wednesday, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.